Archangel Michael is crying out desperately because heaven is trying to reach you. Something unbelievable is about to happen. Someone who thought they could escape justice is about to be exposed. Their actions, the lies, the betrayal, the theft, have finally reached the ears of heaven. And now, divine law has been set in motion. This person is about to get arrested for taking what was rightfully yours. Michael says, this is not just about material things. This is about your dignity, your destiny, your inheritance. What was stolen from you was more than wealth, it was your peace, your trust, your time. But God has declared, enough. The angels are moving to restore what was taken, to bring justice to the door of the guilty, and to return to you tenfold what you thought was lost forever. Michael's voice grows urgent. Beloved soul, hear me. I am not only warning you, I am preparing you. The chains of deceit are breaking, and the hands that took from you will no longer hold what belongs to heaven's chosen. I see legal papers, signatures, and a courtroom where truth will stand tall. I see the one who mocked you being silenced by the very system they believed would protect them. This arrest will not be random. It is divine timing. The heavens have watched long enough. The prayers you thought went unheard were collected like precious drops of rain in the chalice of justice. Each tear you cried was a declaration. Each sleepless night, a testimony. And now, heaven has answered. Beloved one, I see the trembling in your spirit. You sense something shifting, and you are right. The time of concealment is over. The veil that covered their schemes is being torn apart by divine command. The one who dared to take what heaven marked as yours is walking on borrowed time. They thought no one saw. They thought no one would know. But the records of heaven carry everything, and the angels have been sent to bring the truth forward. Michael pauses, his voice trembling with holy intensity. You have been wronged, yet you did not seek revenge. You chose to surrender it to God, and because of that, justice will not only return what was taken, it will multiply it. But listen to me now, for this is where your faith must stand tall. In the coming days, something shocking will occur. News will break. An arrest will take place. And the person behind it will be one you least expected. Michael says, I see a document, legal, official, undeniable. I see chains not only around wrists but around lies, around corruption, around betrayal. The gavel of justice will strike, and it will echo not only in the earthly courts but in the spiritual realm where your case was first presented. Heaven has ruled in your favor, and now earth will follow. But, Michael warns, you must prepare your heart. When truth is revealed, emotions rise. There will be whispers. There will be people trying to sway your belief. Stand firm. Do not let their noise drown out what heaven has spoken over your life. Your role in this divine move, this is not only about exposure. It is about restoration. It is about the awakening of your destiny. The arrest is not the end, it is the beginning of the unraveling. What was taken, finances, opportunities, inheritance, dignity, is returning. But with it comes responsibility. Use it wisely. Speak only when prompted. Move only when guided. Michael says, I am here, not only to warn you but to prepare you for what is about to unfold. Heaven has revealed the final sequence. The person who betrayed you, the one who thought they could escape justice, has stepped too far into the darkness. Their lies have become chains, binding them to their own downfall. And now, earthly law and divine judgment are both converging. You will hear news, and it will feel unbelievable. The one who plotted against you, who used your trust, who attempted to erase your divine inheritance, will suddenly face exposure. Documents will come to light. Hidden evidence will be discovered. Conversations they thought were erased will resurface. And a single mistake will trigger their arrest, because heaven has commanded it. But I must tell you this, do not gloat. Do not allow anger to consume you when justice finally comes. Instead, prepare yourself to stand in your divine authority with grace. What is being returned to you is not only material, wealth, property, opportunities, but also the dignity and peace they tried to destroy. Before this moment arrives, strengthen your faith. Speak with heaven tonight. Ask for clarity. Ask for courage. Because the events of the coming days will shock you, not only by what is taken from them but by how God restores everything to you. There is one more thing you must know. The arrest is only the beginning. Once this person is removed from your path, doors that were locked for years will suddenly open. You will be called into meetings where your name will be honored. Unexpected financial restoration will come, not from the one who betrayed you, but from a source so divine that it cannot be touched by human corruption. Heaven has already placed a seal on your next chapter. But with every blessing comes a test. When the news of their downfall reaches you, there will be whispers, people will try to draw you into gossip, bitterness, or pride. Do not step into that trap. Keep your heart clean, for God is setting you apart for something bigger than revenge. He is setting you up for divine elevation. Tonight, before you sleep, speak this truth out loud. I release all anger, I call forth justice, and I claim the restoration that heaven has prepared for me. When you do, you will feel a shift, lightness in your spirit, clarity in your thoughts, and a warmth in your chest as confirmation. That is me, surrounding you with protection. And when the time comes, when justice is visible to all, stand firm and remember, this is not just about what was taken from you, but about what God is giving you now, freedom, authority, and peace that cannot be stolen again. Archangel Michael's voice deepened with a tone of divine finality. The evidence is being gathered as we speak. What they thought was hidden in shadows is now being pulled into the light. The lies, the forged documents, the false words they spoke behind your back, all of it will be exposed. Justice will not just knock at their door, it will step inside and take what is owed. A surge of light surrounded you in this vision, as if heaven itself was forming a protective shield. They underestimated how deeply you are loved by the divine. They believed they could take what belongs to you without consequence. But a heavenly decree has been signed, what was stolen will return, multiplied, and those who wronged you will face the weight of divine justice. Michael leaned closer, almost whispering. But you must remain calm and prepared. When the news breaks, when the world finally sees the truth, your first response must be gratitude, not anger. For this is not just about justice. This is about your destiny being restored in ways far greater than what was lost. The night grew heavier, as though the earth itself was holding its breath. Michael's wings shifted, creating a ripple of divine energy. The arrest has already been sealed in the spiritual court of heaven, he declared. Before sunrise, earthly authorities will be moved like pieces on a divine chessboard. Every step will be guided not by chance but by the decree of God Himself. Suddenly, a vision opened before you. You saw flashing lights outside a house, police vehicles arriving quietly, strategically. The atmosphere was thick with destiny. Shadows of guilt moved behind curtains, unaware that heaven had already signed their judgment. Michael spoke with unwavering authority. Do not rejoice in their downfall. Rejoice in the restoration that follows. This rest is not just punishment, it is a divine signal that the season of delay has ended. The evidence hidden in secret places will now speak louder than their lies. The vision shifted again. You saw angels standing as silent witnesses near a courtroom. Documents glowed with heavenly light, as though stamped with the seal of truth. A judge's gavel struck, not once, but 3 times, as if echoing through realms, sealing the verdict. Restoration, Michael said softly. Recompense. Redemption. These are the gifts coming to you. The earth seemed to still, as though time itself was waiting for heaven's decree to settle. Archangel Michael's voice softened, yet carried an authority that pierced through every doubt. The arrest is not the end. It is the beginning of your restoration, he said, his words glowing like fire in the night air. This was not simply a judgment, it was a declaration that the heavens have heard your prayers, your cries, your sleepless nights, and your quiet endurance when others mocked your faith. The gavel has struck, and justice has been sealed. Suddenly, the vision widened again. You saw a door, large, golden, and glowing, is slowly opening before you. Behind it, treasures long withheld shimmered with light. These were not just material blessings, they were promises, answered prayers, and opportunities once stolen but now returned 7-fold. A radiant scroll hovered before you, and as it unfurled, you could see words written in divine light: restoration has begun. Michael's eyes met yours, filled with both strength and compassion. Do not look back at those who fell into judgment. Their choices led them here. Look forward to where God is leading you. The tables are turning. What was once a season of waiting will now be a season of release. Doors that refused to open will swing wide. Hands that withheld will now give. The pain that once defined you will become the testimony that lifts you higher. A breeze of divine energy swept through the space, carrying the fragrance of new beginnings. The heavy chains of injustice dissolved like mist, replaced by a mantle of peace that wrapped around your shoulders. From this moment, Michael declared, walk with assurance. The arrest has shifted the atmosphere. Heaven has moved. Earth will follow. You are stepping into a season where prayers turn into proof, faith turns into fulfillment, and every tear you sowed will return as joy overflowing. Then, With a final sweep of his sword, Michael drew a circle of light around you, a seal of protection and promise. His voice echoed as he ascended, powerful yet tender. Go in peace. Justice has been served. Your restoration has already begun. Amen.